So now I'm going to talk about scientific facts. So first, unclean animals. So we have to remember that whatever we eat, whatever the animal eats, and when people eat them, it goes into the body. So if a pig eats some things that are very nasty, well, the person who's gonna eat the pig gonna have these nasty things as well, or impure blood, and it brings so many serious diseases like trichinosis. It's caused by a small worm that finds its way into the animal and that goes in the human muscles, and that's known that when you eat pig, even the authorities tell you go cook the pig very, very well, because there is this worms and it can create serious health issues. It can create parasitic infection, mainly crabs, shrimp, snails, pig as well, salmonella, hepatitis A, yes, it can even bring this disease, cholera, and even paralytics, and even other diseases, many other diseases. And even when a woman is pregnant or elderly, the doctors tell them don't eat these things because they are so fragile. So it should apply for everybody actually, but yeah, so it's not good. And in addition, the ocean, the lakes, the streams are more and more polluted and full of toxins and heavy metals. So when you eat all the seafood and things like that, already in itself it's not good to eat, but with all that happened today in the world, it's even worse. So why, you might ask, why did God make the unclean animals? Why are they here? So God enjoys all the creatures, and all of them have a purpose. There are many Bible verses that tell us that God cares about the animals. He put us above the animals, but he cares so much about all his creation. He really cares about his creation. And we can even see one of these verses in Matthew chapter 6, verse 26, that says, "Behold the fowls of the air, for they sow not, neither do they reap, nor gather into barns, yet your heavenly Father feedeth them. Are you not much better than they?" So we can, this verse is so beautiful, but here we can take that, you see, God feed them because he cares for them. He cares for the birds. And so he cares about all the animals, all his creatures. And when you list the unclean animals, you can see that many are carnivorous and some are even scavengers. And basically they eat other dead animals, they eat decaying metals, they eat anything basically. So that's not clean. And some animals have been created to be a cleanup crew for the earth and the bottoms of the lakes and the rivers and the oceans, such as the pigs, the vultures, the crabs, the oysters. They literally clean up. I don't know if you saw some nature documentaries, and sometimes they show the crabs or the shells, and they really clean up. They clean up. Well, they eat dead fish, they eat other things, but they really are cleanup crew for the oceans. And other animals are carnivores, and they help to control the population of other animals. So if, for example, if there is a carnivorous animal that is in extinction, it's known that some of the other animals are going to be growing too fast, and they're going to create an imbalance on the earth, and it can be very destructive. So that's why God created these animals, not for us to eat them. So now I'm going to talk about the clean animals, and I hope you're still going to be my friend, but I need to mention that. So are they safe to eat today? Maybe in the past they might have been safe. Today, unfortunately, there is things happening in the world and it's getting worse and worse, and it doesn't make them really safe to eat, honestly. And I had many problems when I used to eat animals. And yeah, especially, honestly, I love America, but when I came here, well, I used to eat chicken, a lot of chicken, and I think that these health problems that I had is because of the things that they put in these animals and the conditions they live in and the stress they have and all these things. So yeah, the pollution and the conditions they live in can be harmful for their health and then harmful for our health. Many times they are mistreated, they are medicamented. Farmers add hormones in their flesh so that they can get bigger and bigger, and they can basically produce more animals in a shorter period of time and can make more money. And also this increase over time is worse and worse. It doesn't get any better, it's worse and worse. And often there is animals that are diseased because they are so stressed. They live in small places, the transportation is not easy, they are weak, so they are sick. And then because they are sick, their blood is sick. And the Bible says that the life of the flesh is in the blood. So if we eat them and they are sick, then it's passed onto us. If they are stressed, it has been shown that it can produce stress on those who eat them. And even you might say, even animals who live in pastures, who are free, yes, they are healthy to eat. It might be better, but so where we live right now, we live on a farm, and our landlord, he has many chickens, and they are free, and it's so beautiful to see them. They are so cute. I would not have thought that I love chickens. They are so cute, but even them, they are sick. You can see some of them, they don't have a feather on their back. There is a cow. The cow looks sick sometimes. I don't know if the cow has the cow disease, the mad cow disease, because she's acting strange sometimes. But yeah, they are sick because the food they eat too, the grains that they eat, and maybe other conditions, I don't know, but they are not all healthy. And what they eat is transmitted to eaters. So let's move on. So I'm going to talk about animal products and some scientific facts, and it includes eggs and dairy products. So there is many things to say. I don't have so much time to talk about it, and I will put a link at the end, like I said. But in a diet, animal products are the only source of cholesterol and the main source of saturated fat. Animal products contain no fibers, and fibers is known to improve health. For example, it reduces the cholesterol levels. Eating meat can also promote bone loss because it forces calcium out of the body. And this calcium extraction, along with oxalate and uric extraction caused by a diet too rich in protein, especially animal protein, can cause tract stones. Also, eating meat promotes cancer in many forms. Also, meat eaters are 3 times more likely to be obese than vegetarian, and 9 times more likely than plant-based eaters. And on average, plant-based eaters are 10 to 20 pounds lighter than adult meat eaters. Also, 70% of the food poisoning, according to the USDA, is caused by contaminated flesh. In the US alone, 76 million illnesses are caused by diseases such as E. coli or Salmonella, and each year often cause hospitalization and even death. Even people die from these things. And it is known that there is also the problem of antibiotic resistance, because antibiotics are in many animals, and then when people consume these animals, they develop antibiotic resistance. And if they need, let's say they get sick and they need these antibiotics to get better, it won't do any good to them because they develop this resistance.